Hey everyone, welcome to today's gratitude and affirmation practice. Thank you so much for being here. Well, guys, we've made it through the day. I have this one hair that's kind of sticking up. There we go. I am grateful that I am going to go to bed right after this. If you ever had one of those days where it feels like you've gone through like 4 days in one, that was today. I've been feeling disorganized at the start of this week. I've gotten things done, but they're being done like all out of order, and uh yeah, I'm not on the schedule that I usually am, which, I'm came to the conclusion tonight that this is just what it's going to be for right now, and I'm not going to stress, and we're just going to keep going. So grateful for bed and just to recenter, regroup myself for tomorrow. Tomorrow's brand new. Every day is a brand new day, guys. We are not the same person that we are tomorrow that we were today. Number 2, I had a huge accomplishment yesterday, and I renewed my license certificate that I have, that's within my career path. What a relief. I'm so proud of myself. When you do continuing education and you put your hours in for the cert, it just really makes you think about everything that you've accomplished so far, and I'm so proud of myself for how far that I've come up to this point. It's amazing. Number 3, I guess let's just go let's go backwards in the day. We're a little topsy-turvy right now. Why don't we just go backwards? Number 3, I got to hang out with my friend Jess today. So we were watching this show, House of Anubis. I think it's like an older Nickelodeon-ish show, but it follows this group of kids, and it's like Egyptian themed. So like Egyptian, anything is up my alley. But we just started watching it, and it's kind of funny. It's kind of like reminisce of the 90s. So that was really fun. Picked up some food for us to eat while we were watching the show. Had a good time, like catching up. So that was a really good moment. Number 4. 4 for the day. I'm grateful that I had, well, let me save that one for a little bit later. Actually, I can do another one for gratitude. 4 is I'm grateful I had enough food for the day. I was so hungry the entire day. So hungry. And number 5, first day without any sugar. No yogurt, no chocolate chips, just food. I started sitting there. I've had a bag of almonds in the closet for God knows how long, and I started eating those. I ate pretty much all food that I had prepared, or that was available to me. I was so hungry, but no yogurt, no chocolate chips. So, and number 6, I'm grateful actually that I keep reaffirming to myself that giving up sugar is just for a month, that I am doing this health-wise for my body right now. I feel like it's time. I've just been feeling my body just like really just needs a purge. Just anything that's like old attachments, old energy, just health-wise. If it's something easy that I can do right now, it just wants to do it. It just wants to heal. And what's really interesting about doing this is maybe it's too early. I don't really get cravings for sugar, but it's so crazy. If you're trying to do anything like this, look instead for the stories and the connections that you have to what's going on. Like, for example, it's only taken me 2 days to realize how there's certain dynamics that are still at play connecting me to food that had I attempted this, or the times that I attempted this when I was younger, I wouldn't have been so aware of. So one that's prevalent is, it's not even about the sugar at all, actually. It's just about the limitation, the restriction, should I say. I had a lot of situations growing up in life, or just things that I was forced into where I was restricted. And with food, and this is what's really interesting about family dynamics when you start thinking about how those dynamics are at play in your life. My family didn't really want for anything. We were not rich by any means. I wouldn't even say that we were like upper middle class or anything. We lived frugally, but we had what we needed. And I just remember like thinking back, like we had stuff, like we had abundance, but we didn't really act like we had it. And so there were a lot of restrictions. Or I just remember like, and like part of this I'm grateful for now, because I don't struggle with some food things that other people struggle with. Like, for example, we were restricted in the way that, like, I never had soda growing up. We didn't really have junk food in the house. If you wanted to eat something sweet, you had to eat all the healthy stuff first. And it's interesting because I don't really struggle to an attachment to like sodas or anything else that a lot of people do. But it's just the restriction itself that puts me back into like a not great mental space that I'm really struggling with. And so it gave me gratitude, because now this has not become about the sugar at all. It's become about uncovering the stories that I'm still attached to, or I haven't fully worked through. So that way I can give myself more grace, more understanding, more acceptance, more love, and develop a healthier habit or lifestyle for myself. It's just so interesting. Like I was thinking about that so much today. So I guess like that's my gratitude, is I'm so grateful that like 2 days in and I'm uncovering some deep stories that is so much harder to deal with than just freaking sugar. Yeah, because today it was like I was so hungry all day, but there was also like this desperation with it. Like, I have to eat. Like, the food's not going to be there. And it's just so wild to me, because never once in my life do I remember like ever going like missing a meal. We always had 3 meals. We always had food. But there was always just these restrictions and limits around it. And it's just so weird to think about. Like, can't have dessert before you eat all your food, or you have to eat the entirety of your plate, or I don't know. Most of these maybe could seem silly, but when you think about it and how the dynamic of a choice or of a situation then broadens out into your entire life, you can see pattern, you can see the established pattern. So it's something I've been thinking about for the day. So I guess that's my 5. Number 6, I am grateful that I'm more attuned with my body now. I can tell when my nervous system is just so shot, and it doesn't even have to be anything that happens in my day. Like, I am now able to tell the difference between when I am in a regulated state versus unregulated state. And there's just, I think halfway through my day, like noon hit ish, and I was started to really struggle. But I'm grateful that I get to experience that and have something to now come back to. I'm also grateful that we have, if nothing else, that we have tools that we can use. Definitely when I was picking up my groceries, which number 7, grateful I got some groceries. I think a little bit more meat to keep me full, and just something of substance will help. But grateful I got groceries, but I'm also grateful that we have tools like crying. I did have like just a slight car cry sesh, and by slight I mean like 10 seconds. But it was enough. Like, how do I explain this? for a lot of my life, I feel like it didn't matter if I cried, it didn't matter if I ran or did exercise or had other ways of releasing energy. I never felt the full release inside my body. And so I just always felt like I was at this like really tight, high level threshold. And maybe some of you can relate to this. So this is why I'm like kind of going into a deep dive tonight, because like this is important. And I don't think we talk about this enough. And I don't think for some of us, we feel like we have enough tools to deal with this. And I'm in my 30s, and it took me until now to experience how to bring about the full release in my body and just let it go. You know how people always just tell you like, oh, like you just need to release it. You just need to let it go. What does that even mean? Oh, for the longest time, I'm like, cool, I'm ready. Let's let it go. But until your body knows what that means, and until your body figures out those pathways, you're not actually going to energetically be able to release it. I tell you, what are we even at, 7? I'm so grateful. During my trip, my work trip, I got a massage, and the only time I get massages is out of country, because in country they're a little too expensive for my taste, and I'd rather spend my money on other things. But I got a massage, and to be able to feel how the energy, so like, yes, we experience tense muscle and the tightness, and we experience the relief after the massage of it not being as tight. But do you recognize, are you able to feel the in-between? Are you able to feel how that tenseness runs through your body during the course of the massage? And I know some of it, like I've fallen asleep before, but I really took that experience and wanted to see if it was going to be different. And that gave my body the information it needed to understand like how to release energy from different parts of my body. And ever since then, whenever like I have emotions come up, there isn't like a blockage as much anymore, because I know that I can fully just let the emotion go. The other thing that I'm really grateful for, number 8, I'm grateful that I've finally understood that what I'm feeling can just be an emotion or energy. So I think sometimes it's difficult to release what we're feeling because it's attached to a specific moment that does not have a resolution. And I think there's a time and a place for that. But I also think if you are trying to give yourself stability and a foundation and be really, really solid in your presentness and self and how you want to show up in your life and how you want to approach and handle situations, one of the best things I've now started doing for myself over the last 2 weeks is I don't try and find the situation anymore. If I'm feeling an emotion and it's starting to come up as if I want to, a lot of times for me, because a lot of my emotions I've stored like in my chest and in like my trunk of my body, it like comes out as if like I want to like throw it up, right? And so I just let it happen. I don't physically throw up, like maybe that'll be something that happens depending on what shows up, but it's more of just like give your body the few things you can. Like if it feels like it's caught in your throat, breathe through your mouth, give the energy an opening in which to actually go, because your body doesn't want to hold on to it. And I think for me, I kind of realized I was attached to it in an incorrect way. Like it wasn't resolved. So I was like holding on to it like, wait, this doesn't have a resolution. I'm my own resolution though. It doesn't have to need the outside situation to be dealt with for you to just release the energy of the situation. And hopefully this helps somebody. I feel really compelled to say all of this. This is a longer video, but just nuggets of wisdom that I really wish someone was around when I was like younger to tell me. So I'm like getting emotional because like, this is just like what I've been searching for a really long time, I think. And I'm getting to show up differently, and I'm not that I'm different as a person, but I feel like I'm so authentic right now, and I have been for the last couple of weeks, because I've just become vague with it. Anything that doesn't feel good in my body, I just sit with it, I accept it, and then I let it kind of tell me which area of my body it just needs to go. And what I found is I don't have to actually mentally go back to that situation. It's wild. It's almost like a gift to myself, not having to relive a lot of those moments anymore. Oh, it's great. Anyways, that's my number 8. Number 9. I feel like I'm glowing. And I love that, because the thing that makes me the most happy in the world is the sun and just the warmth of it, not the hotness, right? We don't want to be like sweating and just a puddle, but just the aliveness of it, and joy is my favorite. And I just feel like I'm glowing and I'm happy no matter what's been going on in my week. And I actually got, yesterday, I got a compliment from one of my team members. He said, I just want to tell you something positive that a lot of the people in the office were saying about you. And they were saying how you like, essentially like translating to like how alive and healthy I looked. And I really feel it. And the crazy part is I saw everyone after I got that massage, and where like something just like profoundly clicked for me. So if you have a chance to do body work, if that's something that you feel called to do, whether it's Reiki or a certain type of massage, I just feel like it's kind of similar to when people say, I just need to do it. Like it's one thing to verbally try and tell someone about something, but it's another for your body to actually feel what it feels like. Going back to an earlier video I had where, you're driving around in affluent neighborhoods if you want to live in an affluent house, or you're hanging around basketball courts if you want to be a coach for a basketball team, like whatever it is, like your body needs to understand. It's different than mental understanding. But that just made my day. And the other thing too, I've been doing so many, like I've been using tallow for my face. I've been doing more of a beauty routine. I've tried something new with my hair, which didn't fully go the way we wanted, but I still feel like it's soft. I have good hair this week. And yeah, so what a great compliment. And then 10 for my day. I'm grateful for my boyfriend. I knew how shot my nervous system was today. It was to the point, and you guys know how I love being outside. I couldn't do it. I was so physically sensitive that even just like the act of like opening the door and feeling the heat made me feel like I was just sunburned all over my body. And I went and picked up my groceries, and like that was too much, just like sitting in the car. I just couldn't do it. And he wanted to go on a walk with me, but he was nice enough, so we watched an episode of the 2nd season of Bridgerton, my favorite season. So we did that instead. And it is not like me to not want to be outside, to not want to be in the golden sun and bask in it. But I understand my body more now. And I understand my nervous system, and kind of like there are certain points, because I haven't built up a threshold, where I could just curl up in a blanket and just do nothing. And sometimes that's what my nervous system needs, because it's just not at a point where it can handle everything yet. But grateful for him, because he didn't give me a hard time about it. And he was really sweet today. So, and I enjoy laughing with him and all of our so the last story for you guys. So I told him, he's like, "Hey, how are you doing?" This is like the end of my work day. And I'm like, I'm so hungry. I'm hangry. I know like anger is like the precursor of like, oh, there's like emotions here that like I need to deal with, but like my body isn't getting the release. And so he goes, "Do you want me to pick a fight with you?" "Do you want me to pick a fight?" And what did he start saying? He was just started joking around like, yeah, like we're the superior species, and something about, I don't know, being able to make it through the day or something. Different like scenarios, or the fact that he doesn't have to make the sandwiches or whatever. It was hilarious. And so grateful we have those moments. And even though like my nervous system was already shot and I just couldn't fully get out of it, it was really funny, and it did give me some joy to the day. So yeah, grateful for my boyfriend. All right, guys, so those are the gratitudes. Now for the affirmations. Number 1, as always, I'm divinely guided and supported. I can ask for help whenever I need it, and I'm asking for help today. Number 2, I love myself deeply, fully, and completely. Number 3, miracles are a common occurrence, can be seen throughout my day. Love to see them. Number 4, I am freaking powerful. Number 5, I'm healed and healthy. Anything I'm currently experiencing has a solution that I'm working towards. Number 6, I will achieve and surpass my dreams. I'm well along the way. Number 7, I'm just going to exist. Existing is okay. I am fully present. Number 7. Tomorrow's a brand new day. Number 8 for the day. Sleep is my divine practice. Deep, refreshing, peaceful, healing, soul refreshing sleep is available to me each and every day, night, and I claim it today and every day. 9, fear is my partner. Courage is my guide. I will achieve. And 10 for the day. I connect deeply with myself. And I release what no longer serves me. And I accept what is for me. That is all for today, guys. Love you all so much. Hope you guys are doing well. What are you grateful for? What are you affirming for your day? How are you doing? Let me know in the comments below, and I will get back to everyone tomorrow just because I need to take care of myself. It is time. I'm tired. It's time for bed. But love you guys. Bye.